Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Wholesome Writing Life with me, Van Hoang, author of the Girl Giant series and librarian. Today's episode is about a personal problem that I'm struggling with and the solutions that I came up with because I really needed to hear these. I am so sick of my novel. I've been working on it for so long, going through so many revisions. It's getting to a point where I no longer comprehend the actual story. I don't know that characters are just hideously obnoxious. I don't know if any of this makes sense or if any of it is worth it. I'm sure a lot of authors go through this and a lot of writers probably deal with this, especially because writing is just rewriting and revisions are constant, and no matter how much you work on your novel, you're always going to kind of feel like it's never good enough. Even now, I can't really read my published novels because I will spot something that I'm like, oh, I could have worded it this way. And I know that revisions will never end and they will feel like they shouldn't end, but right now I'm just hitting a point where I just want it. It's about the fifth draft already with my agent, and this doesn't include all the drafts that I went through on my own before I submitted to her, and then the beta reader critique that I got and revised according to that as well. You know, when you hear a word so often like cheese, like starts to lose its meaning, and I read my book and edited it so many times that it's starting to get to that point. So I have a few solutions that I've tried and they kind of helped. So first off is I will change the font in my manuscript. This will make my novel look different enough that in my brain I think somebody else wrote it. If I'm being really extra, I will also format the book to look like a booklet, which you can do very easily in Microsoft Word by going to layouts and changing it. Second thing I do is I will print out the novel. Something about seeing all your words and all those pages that you worked on that make this project feel more concrete and will solidify it in your brain so that you no longer feel like all of this is for nothing. You see the not finished product, but you see the product and you understand that you're working towards something, that you created something out of nothing, and that usually gives me the drive to keep going and to dive back into edits. The last thing I do, because I'm an e-reader, is I will convert the document into an ebook and load it onto my e-reader. I love my new e-reader. This is my very first one that's not a Kindle. I needed to change it for a number of reasons, mostly due to my carpal tunnel syndrome. Reading has become painful too, which is really sad. But anyway, now I have this really cool MeBook P78 e-reader. It's basically a tablet that uses e-ink, and I've even tried writing on this with a Bluetooth keyboard, and the experience has been really cool. But anyway, I will upload my book onto my e-reader, and because I read a lot of ebooks, that really does trigger my brain into thinking, wow, this is a real book, and I will be able to have a fresher brain when I dive back into edits. The tough part about the e-reader situation is that the notes don't translate very well, at least for me. I haven't figured out a way where I can upload the notes, so if I'm editing, then I will have to kind of jot down my place in the novel, write my edits, and then find them in the digital draft. So that's a weird workaround, but it's worth it. Those are my solutions for dealing with this problem of having worked on my novel so much that I'm a little sick of it, and I am still struggling. So if you have a tip of your own, please put them down below in the comments. So I don't know if this is a library tip, but a lot of people are going to be working on their novels for National Novel Writing Month in November. A lot of libraries host NaNoWriMo meetups, so if you are looking to join one, find out if your local library has one. There's something about writing together in a group that's really motivating, especially if you reached a point where you're just finding it really hard to continue. So this is a book that I love, and I tell everyone about it, and it's Black Water Sister by Zen Cho. It's about a postgraduate girl in her 20s named Jess who starts getting haunted by her late estranged grandmother, and then finds out that grandmother used to be a gangster shaman. And so Jess gets pulled into this world of spirits and demons, and there's a monkey god. It's different from anything I've ever read. I love every single one of her books, including The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water, so pick that up. It's a novella, and it's just amazing, and it's silly but serious at the same time. I just finished a really good book, and it's about the Trung sisters. It's called Bronze Drum by Phong Nguyen. It's based on the true story of the Trung sisters, two women who lead an army of women into battle to defeat the oppressors of the Vietnamese people. Really enjoyed it. There's like this one scene, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I was just like floored. It was like funny and just like, wow, mind blown. So those are all my tips for the day, and I hope you enjoyed them. Until next time, bye. Writing can be hard. I'm here to obsess over the wholesome, delightful, fulfilling practices, solutions, and tools that I love about crafting stories. I'm Van Hoang, author and librarian. Join me on my journey of joyful writing.